Have you ever canoed down a babbling brook?
No, but I have cried at a Taco Bell.
Oh, same thing. Listen up, campers.
It's time to buckle up, pitch a tent, and take a hike.
Because Camp Counselors is a variety show.
So prepare for a good old-fashioned kumbaya,
Weird news,
hot gossip,
and scary stories around the campfire.
so spooky.
Is this podcast even about camping?
No, but it is camp. This is Camp Counselors.
Hey, happy campers! So you probably don't know this now, but hi, Happy New Year. It's our first episode back. We are jumping on before we're just going to send the episode out as it is, but we're actually recording this super last minute because we have a fun announcement. If you're watching on YouTube, you already know. We have merch.
We have merch. After 3 years at camp, we have goddamn merch.
We do. We've got a very fine t-shirt indeed. We've got a cute print on the front. Do you want to describe it?
Yeah, so they're green shirts, obviously for camp. They're AS colors or AS color, a brand I've never used as a blank before in shirts. I'm kind of a comfort color snob, but when I got this one sent to me as a sample, I said, whoa, love this color, love this feel. So it's like a heavyweight tee. It's in green, and if you're not watching, I'll describe to you like a sweet, sweet lullaby. It is a little cabin that says Camp Counselors on the pocket, or like the breast part of it. And it says Camp Counselors Podcast, established 2022. And then, Jonathan, why don't you describe what's on the back?
And on the back, it says, welcome to Camp Shady Birch. And it has a little raccoon rowing in his canoe on his way to the gossip dock to talk shit with his best friends. That's you.
Yeah, you're the raccoon campers.
So our merch currently is a small selection. It is this t-shirt. And if you're not into it, that's all right, because we've got a keychain.
A keychain.
Ooh. It is a cabin keychain. It says Camp Shady Birch, cabin 22 for the year 2022. When we started this very podcast.
I love the keychain. I love the color of it. I love the shape of it. I actually have a keychain right now that's similar, but it's a yellow buoy. If you remember when we went down the River Rapids this summer.
Coastal Counselor era.
Yeah. I had a floating keychain. I'm going to add this green keychain to my yellow keychain and be keychained the fuck out.
I love it.
I love this merch. Congratulations.
Me too. Congratulations to you too. And congratulations to you, campers. Y'all waited long enough.
Yeah, and I've been working with this merch company for my tour. And then when Jonathan came on the show, we talked about doing Camp Counselor merch. And I was like, I love this crew. Let's do it. This is the perfect time. And we worked through like a lot of different iterations of a lot of different designs. And there are some that we loved just as much as this one, but it felt like we're going to save it because as much as we love this shirt, there'll be more now. We actually have a way to do this now, which is super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just the first of what I hope to be many collections throughout the years of here at Camp Shady Birch. But oh my God, when we first got the cabin back, I hated it. And look where we're at with it. I love it.
Oh my God, yeah. It
takes
took us a long time to really like whittle it into what we want, that we would be happy with, and that we know the campers would be like down to wear. And it took us a while to get there, clearly.
I love the design. I love the color of the shirt. I love the shirt type, the style. It's definitely a little bit of a looser fit. I don't like clingy fabric. That's just a personal preference.
No, me neither.
And I think it's a really great shirt that's going to wash really well. The collar is so chic.
It's so nice.
We wanted to do those like camp shirts that have like the colored collar
yes.
with the white tee, but those are just like
they
don't hold up.
On our logo, the one that I'm wearing that has the green hem on it. Yeah, we really wanted to do something like that, but all the ones that were available were so constricting and tight. Not so constricting, but they were definitely like not the vibe.
Yeah, and I think when you get this shirt, it's a quality shirt. When you get this keychain, it's a quality keychain. It's definitely like worth the money, and I think it's really in a really exciting moment. So a little bit about how you get it, right? So it's Wednesday right now as this episode comes out. On January 12th, the first show of 2025 for me and Jonathan on the road is in Toronto. They will be available for purchase in Toronto. If you're not going to any of the shows, you can totally order on the website, or we'll link it in the episode description.
Yeah, I'll link it in the episode description. If you go to our website, I will do a drop-down tab that will take you right there. Yeah.
Perfect. We'll link it on Instagram stories. There'll be ways for you to find it. Don't worry. And if you have a problem, contact a fellow camper. You guys are the best. You guys can help each other.
Someone will link it.
We'll make it easy. But so how it works is if you buy it online, it is a pre-order. So they're going to keep that window open of availability for a couple weeks, probably around 3 weeks. And then at that point, they close it. They print what was ordered and then they ship it out. So it's going to take a little bit because it is a pre-order, but it is going to happen and it's going to come. A lot of people did that for my merch from my tour and everything was fine. I just don't want people to be like, oh, I ordered it Monday and it's next Monday I don't have it. It's like it's gonna take a minute.
It's gonna be a minute.
But if you are coming to one of the live shows, all of the live shows will have these available for purchase at the merch table, the same price, and then you just get it right then and there. So if you're coming to a show, I would hold off. I would hold off and I would wait, because I think you can get it right then and there. But if you're an eager beaver or you're not coming to a show, the link is available as of Sunday, January 12th.
Okay, now let's get into the show that we've already recorded.
I can't wait.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey, happy campers!
Welcome back to Camp Shady Birch.
It is week 117 here at camp and the first full Wednesday episode of 2025.
I like numbers that feel whole in a sense. We're 25. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because it's like, it's not 10, it's 25.
It's
like,
a milestone marker.
2023, what the fuck is that?
You know, when I had this whole vision in my life that that 2010 to 2020 were going to be the best years of my life. I thought that when I was like maybe like 11 or 12, and I was like, no, this is going to be monumental for me to be 15 to 25. Like everything I've ever wanted is going to start happening then. And it didn't. And every single year I would get older, I was like, oh no, like it's getting away from me. Little did I know that I believe 25 to 35 will be the best years of my life. And guess what? I'm right about to be 30. I'm in the middle of it, you guys.
Okay, there you go.
I'm just really grateful. I think there's a lot going on for us. And I just think a new year for me feels like a good reset moment. I know people don't need to wait for the start of a year to start new goals, but it's fun to just, I don't know, feel like there's a shift in the tides. And if there's ever a time to start something new, we're kind of in the thick of it now.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, what have we got to lose? But everything. I remember back in the MySpace and Zanga days, I used to write, well, I didn't realize it until somebody at school called me out one year. It was like 7th grade. And he was like, why do you keep writing on your Zanga that 2005 is going to be your year? Like, you said that last year, you said that the year before, you said that the year before, and you set all these goals and you didn't achieve them. I was like,
you didn't know it was public?
I knew it was public, but what I didn't realize was that I was doing that. Like, I didn't really realize that I was being like, yes, this is going to be that year. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's actually good, guys, to just like, I don't know, have it for yourself.
Yeah, that's okay too. Okay, wait, let's chat about a couple of things that you missed. Like, yes, we already had our first episode technically of this year, which was a bite-sized, freshest of the bunch, the freshest handful of trail mix you'll probably be getting this year. But yeah, let's reflect on some of the things that we missed in between break and now.
Oh yeah, because this probably the biggest break we've ever taken off of recording.
It's been weird. I've been twiddling my thumbs and anxious.
Oh, I've loved it.
I needed
the break.
I have a looming sense. It's like the Sunday scaries.
Well, a lot has happened, but not a lot at the same time. We did have a really big Buffy update. Do you want to tell that story?
Okay. So for the holiday season, we went to Massachusetts and we actually stayed at the same place where Princess Girl was technically born.
Yeah, the first ever like coastal counselor era.
Yeah, we went back there. We revisited. It was great. It looks the same. And Buffy came with us and we came home one day. It was like the day before Christmas Eve. And I was sitting in on the ottoman. And when I stood up, it slid out underneath me. And I nearly screamed because Buffy had left me a little Christmas gift, which was a mouse.
Like a full, fresh, roasted mouse.
I was horrified.
Yeah, like you could tell that this mouse hadn't been here. Like this is Airbnbs. This house could hypothetically be like, I don't know, not rented for months. But I could tell this was like a fresh kill.
Oh no, this was like body still warm. And we look over at her and she's just looking at us like, I have had the busiest day. You have no idea. So then I'm freaking out because like, you know, I don't know. I didn't want to get rid of it, but I knew I had to, and I just had to go in autopilot mode. So I looked at you. I said, "There's a dead mouse behind me, and I'm handling it right now." And then I got the dustpan, and then I felt really sad because it was Christmas. Poor little thing didn't even make it to Christmas.
I was actually happy because I feel like Buffy is such an indoor cat, but like as you guys know, the streets raised her, and she had to reconnect with her roots. I thought Buffy actually needed this because I think she's been a little lazy and a little sloppy lately. And I think this was a reminder to her that entering her 10th year of life, that the bitch still got it. Yeah. And if she needs to put someone in her place, she will. And she's never looked prouder. And I know that was really stimulating for her mind. And like, just, I don't know, just like what is inherently a kitty. She needed to learn that she could still do that.
Well, I'm glad that you feel that way because that is my daughter and I do look at her differently now. However, I don't think that she is super agile. I don't think that really rebuilt her confidence. Maybe it did, but this morning, I don't know if you woke up to it, but I woke up to a thud, which was Buffy trying to jump up to her little cat tree that's in our room, which is about 1.5 feet off of the floor. She missed. There was a bird outside the window when she missed her bed.
Oh, did she fall on her back?
Yes, and I wanted to tell you in the moment, and I was like, I'm just going to tell him on the podcast.
That's so embarrassing.
It was really loud, too.
She can never get her agility together, but when she has her claws and her teeth out, she knows. She caught a mouse. That's not easy to catch a mouse.
Unless it was like injured. It could have already been previously injured, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose.
Well, that was she had a great Christmas. She had a great holiday.
She did.
I had a very fun holiday magical moment.
What was that?
I was posted on Britney Spears' Snapchat story.
Britney Spears.
But it's like, it's cool, but it's also like, I know how this all works. So it was a compilation of a bunch of videos that people made to our song like, tell me my true love is here. It's all I want just for me. Okay, you know that song? So it was that Christmas song, and the start of her like compilation video that was posted on her Snapchat was the video I made as Christmas with the Cranks. If you saw it on TikTok or Instagram, I'm sure you did. If you didn't, it's on there now. And it was a part of this like collaboration, like video of a bunch of different creators using her song. But I was like, I don't know if Britney Spears has the technical skill to make a montage of like 19 different videos and have it perfectly sync up. Like I would have trouble doing that. Jonathan, a walk in the park, could do it with his eyes closed. But like, can Britney Spears do that? Twirling around her kitchen half naked with knives? I don't know if she can. So in my mind, I think that someone on her team made it and they posted it on her Snapchat. But she does use Snapchat because I've seen her with that little deer filter on.
Yeah, she does use Snapchat. And if she didn't edit it, I feel like she's seen it.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, did she see it? We hope so. I know she didn't edit it, but to close out last year as to be on Britney Spears' Snapchat, I think that was truly magical.
You can say that for the rest of your life. How incredible.
Yeah, and I will. And wow. I absolutely will. And it's kind of full circle because the entrance to my tour is a Britney Spears song. I come out on stage to a Britney Spears song. It's like she knew. Should I invite her out? Where is she living at?
I want to say
Malibu.
I don't think Malibu.
West Coast Waters.
Los Feliz.
You just said
maybe Vegas.
No, but I love that you thought that.
She could have like a little Florida hideaway.
Oh my God, she's destined.
I just gave Florida 3 syllables. Florida. Is Florida?
Florida. Florida is one hell of a drug.
Okay, quick poll really quick. Does Florida have 2 syllables or 3? And 3. I don't want to hear anybody say Florida.
You can say it as fast as you want, Jonathan. It's still going to be 3 syllables.
Florida.
Now you're just making up words. But back to Brit. I don't think she lives in Florida. I think she lives in California.
That's too many syllables to count. I'm not doing it.
We should go. We should invite her to camp.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she would love it here.
What would she do at camp? What would her camp job be?
The spinstress.
Yes.
She would be spinning. What do they do? Thread? Spooling? I don't know, but she would also just be like spinning around on the stage.
Oh my God, maybe she'd be good at like the fishing club because of the spinning of the wire.
Yeah. She could do that.
Actually, that's a girl who grew up fishing. That's a girl who grew up in the bayou, and we're not talking about her bayou roots enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's taken out of that too soon.
Well, I still think once a fisher, always a fisher.
Aren't we getting the Britney Spears movie? I don't know what's true and what's not, but I heard through the rumor mill, which I far too often believe, that they were using her original house in the movie.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure that we'll find out soon.
Yeah, I guess 2025.
Speaking of
keep your eyes open.
Movie adaptations, I've been all over this Robbie Williams stuff. Any UK campers out there, because the United States audience does not know who Robbie Williams is. And if you're unfamiliar with the story, he's a very famous like UK artist, like huge over there. We don't really know him over here, but he made like a biopic about his life, but he's a monkey as CGI.
Yeah, I saw quick videos of it and I'm just like so uninterested. But do we know why he did that? Was it to get people talking? Because if it was, it worked.
I know. I think they're talking in a negative light, which I don't think is ever the case that people want. But I will say when it goes to a streaming service, I might put it on as a bit because we already talked about it. I watched that J-Lo movie too many times to count.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because people have so much to say about it. And I feel like it's less about him and his music and people's opinions and more about being like, I don't like being told by another country to like something just because it's big in their country.
Oh my God. And it's like, if you listen in the UK, we love you. But the one things that Americans hate is when the UK talks about us.
Yeah, it's like we pushed the tea into the river.
And it's like, okay, like at the end of the day, Republican, Democrat, gay, straight, the minute a British person starts popping their mouth off about anything United States, we will drag those bitches into the river like the tea. Like, you want the smoke, come get it. We will Revolutionary War your ass again and again. Who is Robbie Williams? We don't know. We took Adele. We took Spice Girls. We'll take the Beatles. We'll take One Direction. I'll take Little Mix.
Oh my God, Amy Winehouse.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, like, yeah, it's like, the thing is, that's what's so funny. It's like, we actually do love a UK artist. There was just something about Robbie Boy that wasn't enough. Sam Smith. Another.
Yeah.
I can think of a bunch that we love. You know who also has been really trying, but
you love Sam Smith?
I do love Sam Smith.
Okay.
I think he's very talented. I don't love some of his creative direction, but we're never going to sit here on the Camp Counselors podcast and not say that Sam Smith isn't talented. I don't believe Robbie Williams is talented. There, I said it.
Oh wait, the one song I did know by him is Millennium.
Oh no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should.
No.
He could sing that any day though.
Who sings that one?
Andy Grammer.
Is that Andy Grammer?
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer's brother.
No.
I made that up.
No, Camille's sister-in-law?
ex. Oh my God, Camille got eaten up last week. Anyways, we're getting off topic.
Off topic.
Okay, speaking of a different country, can I jump seas?
Yeah, please.
Am I allowed to take the boat out?
Yeah.
Canada, we're gonna be in you.
We're
gonna be in you on Sunday. Like in you.
We're connected.
Okay, no, there's you can be connected to Toronto, but one thing about me, when I go somewhere, I'm so in the culture. So when I'm in Toronto, I'm in you, Toronto. So Toronto, I do have a live show on Sunday. There are still tickets available as we are recording, and I'd love to see you. And I'm really excited to be in Canada because we've never been together before.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
I actually looked up because Toronto, to me, I love you guys over there, but a lot of it seems like, okay, big city is a big city. Right?
Sure.
Big city is a big city. Chicago is New York, is LA. Like everything has like a big city feel. And like, I don't ever need to go to a city and go shopping. I just don't care. Mm-hmm. That's not me. But like one thing I am is an eater. And Jonathan is a feeder. He's always making me fat. So I looked up some Canadian food that I really want to try.
Is it bacon?
So I've had Canadian bacon, and I feel like if it pops on my plate, I'm not going to be upset, but I'm not ever going to seek her out.
Is Canadian bacon
it's ham, baby.
Taylor pork roll?
No, and I will tell you right now, that shit is not real.
Taylor pork roll.
Did you get my joke?
What?
That motherfucker is not real. That's how I feel about Taylor pork ham roll.
Okay. I've never had it. I don't know.
And you're confusing the audience because it's only a New Jersey, Delco, Pennsylvania thing. Like, people don't know her.
Well, what do they call it?
So Canadian bacon is just something completely different. I don't know what you're going to tell you. You're asking about tomatoes and potatoes. They're not the same.
Oh, okay. All right. So continue. Sorry.
So I will not be having Canadian bacon unless it is thrust upon my hips. But there are a couple things. Have you ever heard of a Canadian Caesar?
No, it sounds like a sex move.
Wow. It's a Bloody Mary, essentially. But there's clam juice in it.
Oh, like Clamato.
Kind of. Yeah.
I don't think I would like that. What makes it Canadian? Do they have clams?
Yeah, of course they do, babe. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
We're right next to the like Prince Edward Island mussels.
Not my Prince Edward.
They have great seafood. Oh my God, that's the whole like cold Atlantic Ocean.
I've never been there.
Oh my God, the best lobsters are from Maine. What's 10 feet away from Maine? Canada.
That's so true.
So the way that up there.
The way that I was raised on a different map than everybody else.
Yeah, you were having the crab ass.
Oh my God, look. We have a globe right here. Oh,
And
that's
you
China.
always need to look at it.
No, I
You're always
need
confused.
to look at it. I'm so bad at directions.
Oh, wait. So let me continue before we just start doing things off camera for the audio only listeners.
Yeah, I see the Atlantic.
Okay. I'm
pretty
glad you're
big.
familiar with the ocean that is so close to you. That makes me excited.
Perfect.
You need to work on that this year.
I don't think I want to.
Anyways, there's a salt rim on it.
Oh,
I
like a
know,
margarita?
yeah, kind of.
I feel like it might be a little too salty. I would try it.
I'm definitely down to try it. I'm not averse. Okay, something that I've never liked before, but I'm willing to retry: poutine.
Oh, that's fries with gravy.
Yeah, and the little curds, cheese curds. I think you'd love that.
I can't have gravy.
Yeah, but there's Jonathan. It's 2025. Okay,
Tell that to Popeyes.
baby, stop. Okay, first of all, I'm just trying to say, like, I'm sure we can find you some vegan, vegetarian gravy while in Toronto. I promise you, I'll make it my mission.
Okay, so what is poutine? Like, what is the reason for the word? Do we know?
It's
like,
just,
is this a
it's
root of-
French.
Poutine.
You are so centered in your own universe. You cannot step out of it, can you? You're like,
First fight of the year. First fight of the year.
You go, what is the word for poutine? They're like, I don't give a fuck, bitch.
I was asking because I'm curious about the culture.
Camp Counselors has a vendetta against Robbie Williams. We do not have a vendetta against poutine.
Okay. All right.
Are you willing to try it with me? Because so far
I'll
you've had
try
two
it.
maybes.
I'll try it.
Okay, and then I have a third.
But
This one I'm really excited about because I've never heard of it until I did a little Google search. Have you heard of a beaver's tail?
is it like a dessert? Like a Danish?
It is a dessert.
Okay, wait. Let me guess.
Okay.
It's like it's a flaky pastry with like almost like an eclair, but it's not filled with anything. But there is a chocolate frosting on the top and like a drizzle of what? Wait, is it?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes, that's exact. Have you had them before?
No, because I'm thinking of at Disney, they have the Cheshire Cat, which is the Cheshire Cat tail. I don't think they have it anymore, but it was basically what I just described. So I guess maybe they took it from there.
So a beaver tail, of what I understand, is like a very flat donut, almost like a fried dough.
Wow.
And then they typically will put toppings on it, but a lot of people will do like Nutella on it and then like banana on it.
Oh, that's
and it looks
fun.
like it's the shape of a beaver's tail.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
that's
the way I don't even have to wonder if I'll like this. Like there's not a world where I won't love what a beaver tail is. So beaver tail is at like quite possibly the top of my list.
I love that.
So really excited about that. And I cannot believe you got it. That was fantastic.
It like
Perfect.
came to me in my mind's eye. See, I don't know a lot about Canada or the globe, but I can tell you about a dessert that I've never actually had.
So we're really excited to meet our Canadian campers. You possibly know about camping more than any of us do over here.
Yeah, and
down
please
in the southern region.
don't bring up Robbie Williams when you see us. If you do, I'm gonna be in
No,
agreement because I don't want to get beat up in Canada.
I want to hear about it. And I feel like Canadian is the bridge between the UK and the United States. Like they have to deal with both of us.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we understand that there are great mediators. Canada is the great mediators of the world.
They're just like they keep it together. They're like, we have a lot going on. We have moose the size of a small house or a large bus.
Well, we're not going to see that in Toronto, but I hope I see Drake. Anyways, before we get into today's episode, since it is the top of the year, I do believe it is critical. Critical. Count those syllables, bitches. Critical.
Right.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that word. Critical. Critical. I'm in critical condition right now because I have so much to say. And we're going to just tell you a couple of personal ins and outs for 2025. What is in and what is out. Jonathan, what is in this year?
So I'm gonna say, and I don't know if this is a prediction, but I think we should apply it, and I have reason behind it. Ins this year would be DVDs. And I'm not saying that because I am a nostalgic motherfucker, but because all of these streaming services, they're at the mines. Absolutely bonkers. To name a few, Netflix. I saw a TikTok of a girl who was like, Made in Manhattan says, I can't watch it in my area unless I upgrade, and had to pay extra to watch wait, did I say Made in America?
No, Made in Manhattan.
Made in Manhattan. Could not believe that. It's not a new movie. Maybe J-Lo wants to price gouge. I don't know, but I'm sick of paying so much money for movies that I should have never donated all of my DVDs. And you did mention that, but I was like, the thought of lugging, they're heavy. So the thought of lugging all of those DVDs to New York and driving through the city with it's just like, it was not on my bingo card that year. But I am starting to regret it because a lot of the movies that I had, we can't get anywhere.
Do you know what's closing this year officially? Redbox.
Redbox. Is it bigger than a red box? So I didn't really use Redbox like that.
Oh, I was obsessed.
Why are they closing? Because
no one's watching DVDs. Why would you ask that? Why are they closing? What do you think?
Well, I guess because like the people who still use DVDs are like, I don't know.
Go to the library.
Yeah, go to the library. Pirate movies.
Yeah, bring back pirating.
That's so in right now. Don't show this to the cops, you fucking narc. I will deny it to the day I die. I will say this video is AI generated.
Oh my God, that's like the perfect excuse.
What?
Did you kill that man? That was AI.
Like, what? No.
Crime is about to be AI ass.
No. Crime is out, guys.
Crime
Let's increase the fucking P's. I'm so annoyed.
Wait, crime is out, theft is in.
Yeah. Okay, so that...
Cut that. We're not doing that.
Okay. So that is my in for right now. What is your? Do you want to do an in?
I'll do an out.
Okay,
I'll do an out.
Okay.
Out for me this year is staying home.
Okay.
I think I was trying too much last year to like, I don't know, reset and like recharge. And then I'm thinking like, okay, like this precious, gorgeous little life could be taken away from me at the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
At any moment, I could not wake up. Something terrible could happen to me. And no great story ever starts with, I was on the couch. Okay? At least, God forbid, I sit on my stoop. I'm scrolling my phone. I need more sunlight this year. I need more bonkers behavior. I need to be on the ground. I need to be getting my 10,000 steps. I need to be just enjoying fresh air and being inspired by the greater community and not in an apartment on my couch. I want to be outside. You know what? One time, my therapist, when I was going to therapy in the middle of the winter, I was like talking about how I like love walks, but it's so cold out. And he said to me, just wear the appropriate clothing. You can walk. And I was like, don't you dare call me my ass out. It's like, just because it's cold outside, campers, doesn't mean you can't be outside.
Yes.
Put on a jacket and grow up.
I like that.
And I'm telling myself that. So I just think like, I've never gone on a walk and been like, oh, I regretted that. I've never like gone on a little journey by myself and went on a little adventure and been like, oh, that was not worth my time. Like it only fills my cup. And I just think like life is precious. So like, let me spend it outdoors. So I'm going to be like, can you believe this? A camp counselor is saying, get outside. Revolutionary.
I never leave my cabin. Some days I just like, I don't want to do it. It gives me anxiety. Once I'm out and about, I'm okay. But
it's not, this is mine for you. I'm not thrusting it on you.
Well, I would love to have some more stories that didn't begin in the couch or finding a mouse under the ottoman.
That's why, like, if you want a more exciting life, if you want things to change, sometimes you have to change your environment. So I think this year is really about changing the scenery.
Right. Oh my God, that's so true. Campers, if you're like looking to make new friends this year and it's harder because you're an adult and it's like, where the hell do I make new friends if not at work? And I hate everybody I work with. I don't know. Go join a club. Go to a trivia night. You'll make friends. Go to a bar by yourself. What's so scary about that?
Honestly, if you're on Patreon, we have like the giant group chat. Like get on there. Like find a local camper. When we have the live shows and campers are meeting up, like I'm really in tears.
Absolutely crazy.
Absolute tears. You guys are friends in real life. It's like it actually is. I'm gonna get emotional now thinking about it. It's just like so cool. So like find a local camper in your area and do something like go to the mall.
Yeah, you guys clearly have like similar tastes, which is superior if I do say so myself.
There's gotta be a Cheesecake Factory or a Chili's in driving distance. Like that's a camper meetup if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, go get into trouble at Applebee's. Ooh. You don't even have to like the food. Just go get a drink. They're cheap, and then get on the bar.
So like you had one lemonade and it wasn't even alcoholic. You're like, I'm on the bar though. What's out this year, Jonathan?
Out avocados and guacamole. I am so over it. I don't know what it is. I used to really enjoy avocados. I used to go to work and I would bring a whole avocado and I would like put a little bit of lemon juice and salt and I would eat it with a fork. And not anymore. I just can't stand the look of it. I can't stand the smell of it. Like if it's done in like that giant volcanic bowl and somebody orders it for the table and people aren't really picking at it, like I'll dip a chip, but then I'll regret it because I'm just like, I don't need it. I don't like the way it makes my mouth feel anymore. Something must have happened. I don't know what it was.
It is like shocking, campers, because I got chips and guacamole from Chipotle the other day and Jonathan wouldn't even have a bite.
It's out for me. I'm just so
it's not
uninterested.
Out for me.
I'm so uninterested.
But it can be out for you.
What I think should be, this isn't my next in, but I'm like, where are the other, like, where's a parsnip? You know, where are the,
I don't like parsnip.
Where are the rutabaga girls? Rutabaga gang, where are they at?
Yeah, well, the rutabaga gang has been really quiet since the 40s. There was something that happened that I can't speak about. I'm under oath.
Wait, what's the other one? Rhubarb. Where's the rhubarb barbs?
Rhubarbs? Don't open a can of worms you're not ready to plant.
You don't like the rhubarb?
I grew up on rhubarb. Are you kidding me? Have you ever had a strawberry rhubarb pie?
I've never had rhubarb, period, but I'm
so
willing.
Don't talk to me about my culture.
But I'm on your side. What are you taking it so crazy? You're taking it up the butt sideways.
I think
I'm saying I want to find the rhubarb barbs.
I think you brought up rutabaga and it hit a nerve.
What is wrong with that?
I can't speak about it.
And we'll have to edit that part out. And that's just the truth of the matter. Okay, what's your in? Because we need a little positivity.
Wait, in for me this year is cooking.
What are we interested in cooking?
I just think I have never had a year where I cooked less in my life. This year, I gave every excuse in the book to reasons why I could not cook and just get prepared stuff and eat out and DoorDash. And like, granted, 2024 was the busiest year of my life. So many things grew and changed, and I was on the road and I was doing all this incredible stuff. Yes, I don't regret not cooking, but at the same time, like, I just want I want to be more in control of what I'm putting in my body. And I also want to just feel like, hello, like, what are you throwing all this money at? You know what I mean? Like, there's always a time and a place for takeout. I believe in that full-heartedly. I will never get rid of my Dash Pass on DoorDash. But I gotta just be like, grow up and cook, because people out there are cooking all day long.
I gotta start sending more like schedule boundaries for myself when it comes to like work stuff, and that's what this break I feel like has been giving me. Great, I like that. That's nice.
I want to actually just start enjoying it more, because I think for a minute it felt like it was such an overwhelming chore, but I have to reframe my mind and be like, no, this is how you nourish yourself. You have to like refuel your body with good food and just be proud of it, because naturally I am a good cook. Like, cooking doesn't stress me out. I enjoy the process of it. I just kind of lost my way last year. Mm-hmm. And this year, I'm going to pick it back up. I'm going to refine her.
Yeah, you have that flashlight and you're finding that path.
I am. I'm actually going to, because my path is overgrown right now.
Yeah.
And I need a manscaping razor. I need to get her trimmed and ready.
I'm going to whack your weeds.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to cook this year. That's in for me.
I love that.
Do you want to give us an out?
Yeah, I'll give you an out. TV remakes and book adaptations that I feel like we don't need so much. I think I'm pretty much, why are we having like a third Willy Wonka installment? I know that already happened, and I know people have been saying this, that's nothing original, but I'm just like, pump the brakes. As much as I am a nostalgic bitch and I would love to have a Hannah Montana reboot, it's not going to do any good. I really don't think so. You know, like all the old shows that keep coming back, like Fuller House, for example, it should have stopped there. That was like an okay, happy medium. Candace Cameron Bure, I don't like her, but the other shows that have been brought back, I don't think we need. I think it's okay to let go of things.
What if they want to do a Buffy remake?
I don't think so.
She just said she would do it.
Did she?
Yes. She just said for the first time ever, she was like, I never considered it, but lately I've been wondering if that's the next move for me.
Now, hold on.
See? Look at you. At you.
What I was going to say is, I know what you did last summer. No spoilers, but Sarah Michelle Gellar posted about being on set, and that to the story doesn't make sense, because the first one she was in, she dies. I'll say that. The movie came out a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is she doing in the remake with Jennifer Love Huge Tits? I'm looking forward to that. I know you hated that movie.
See, I don't know. I don't mind it. I just want more original projects to be greenlit, but I think there's room for both.
My thought is, why? I don't want to name it. No, I will. Who's that author I don't love?
You hate Colleen Hoover.
Colleen Hoover.
I like her.
I don't hate her. I don't know her as a person, but I'm just like, I don't need another Colleen Hoover. Obviously, there's so much drama in the mix about everything that's going on. God knows what, we're recording this a little bit early, so who knows what's come out by the time this comes out. This may not have aged well. But I think if you picture this, you walk into a library, look at how many fucking books are in a library. One of them has to be good to make it into a movie. Put that into a script. You know, stop picking the bad books or the annoying books, or stop writing books just so they get made into a thing. What was that? The other one that I read last year, Big Swiss. That was literally written to be picked up. It was picked up before it came out, and it was a terrible book. Sorry, this is just, I had to get it out there.
It's my thoughts. It's how you feel.
Maybe a little. Let's get original.
I like that.
What do you got?
I got my last out for this year is sleeping late. I want to wake up earlier this year. I think I'm missing the day. I don't need to be waking up at 5 a.m., but I need to be waking up before 7 every single day. If I'm in bed past 9, it's not working for me anymore. I'm too old. I'm too grown. I need to be getting up like an old person now. I need to get that switch. I want it so bad. I want to be that person that gets a budget done before 9. And I need to commit to that.
Do you want me to pull you out of bed? Because even if I'm hungover, I'm out of bed by like 6:30.
No, I think it needs to come from me. As much as it would be helpful, I think the real change has to come from me. That's something that I can implement and get done. I just need to commit to it.
I think you can do it. I have faith in you.
Do you have another in?
Okay, so my last in is going to be saxophones. Bring back more sax. The world could use more sax. Let's get saxy.
I do love a good saxophone cover.
Yeah, like a remix that I've heard online of a song, add a little sax. I'm here for it.
Okay.
What about you?
My last in this year is out loud manifestation.
Oh, chanting.
Yeah, no, it's believing you can have and deserve everything you want. That is in. Like believing it and knowing that you deserve it is in. I think when you speak things out into the universe, they actually come true. And I've been doing that for 4 years now. And I want everyone to be doing that no matter what you want, whatever your goal is, a new relationship, a new job, inner peace, acceptance, new creative adventures. Just start saying them out loud. You don't have to say them in front of a room. You don't need to write them down. You can write them down, but I want to push past writing something down and putting it on your mirror. I want to be hearing it audibly. There's got to be some sort of science with the noise coming out of your mouth. Say it in the car when you're alone. I deserve this. I want this. I should have this. You deserve it all. You genuinely deserve everything good in life. When people ask me like, oh, like, how did you like break through and like do what you're doing? I genuinely was delusional enough to be like, oh, I want this and I'm going to get this. And I made it happen. And no matter what you want in this world, you deserve it. Just start saying it out loud and things are going to start falling into place because you're going to train your brain to be like, oh, how do I get there? Because I believe it so much. You're going to find a roadmap. Whatever it is that you want, you deserve to get this year, but you got to start right now, pause the pod and just be like, I want this. I deserve this. I'm going to get this.
Stop asking for permission. Start asking the universe.
Yes. The permission is there. Take it. Life is short. Like I said at the beginning of this, it could all be gone in the blink of an eye. If there was ever a time to get what you want, get it now. Opportunities are endless for the people who want them and ask for them. Ask for help. Set a path and just go full tilt boogie. Whatever direction it is, it's going to be a good year for you. I can feel it.
This episode of Camp Counselors is sponsored in part by Boll Branch. Campers, it is winter. It's freezing outside my window, but when that clock strikes 7:00 p.m., you can find me in my room, bundled up in my bed. I have soft jazz music soothing my soul while I'm doing a word search before my cozy slumber. It's a dream, honestly. And baby, that dream just got upgraded with Boll Branch. And you can upgrade too with the coziest bed imaginable with Boll Branch, makers of the iconic bedding that will change the way you relax and sleep. Start with Boll Branch's best-selling signature sheets. They feel buttery, breathable, and get softer with every wash. Baby, these sheets are the perfect foundation for better sleep, and you can easily add Boll Branch's bed blankets, duvets, and quilts without making your bed feel heavy or hot. Boll Branch products are made different so you can sleep better at night. They are woven with the finest 100% organic cotton on earth. And they're crafted by artisans who earn the pay and respect they deserve. The signature hemmed sheet sets have tons of designs and colors for every bedroom and style and mattress size. And with the 30-night worry-free guarantee, you can try Boll Branch sheets for an entire month. Seriously, you can wash, style, and feel the difference for yourself risk-free. If they don't change the way you sleep, you can send them back for a full refund. Now's your chance to change the way you sleep with Boll Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/camp. That's Boll Branch, bollandbranch.com/camp to save 15%. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Attention campers, please meet at the old flagpole under the tall pine for morning announcements. Welcome back to the first morning announcement of 2025. This is the part of the show where we share news articles with you that you might have missed that we want you to spread like wildfire. Keep it contained, kids. Counselor Jonathan, what is your article this week?
So this is actually coming from an Instagram post that Counselor Zachariah sent me. So thank you for inspiring this story.
Say the account.
Well, you know I can't because I don't know how to say it.
No, because campers, we cannot be the only people in the world that don't know how to pronounce this account. So we need everybody in the greater camper community because Sandwich is useless. How Sandwich, now he's getting upset. Stop.
Kick rocks.
No, we're sorry. Okay, well, we'll handle that with him later.
He's groveling in the gravel.
What's the account?
Okay, so the account is PUBITY. I say puberty, but that cannot be right.
That is so foul. It's got to be pubbity.
It's got to be pubbity. But in this household, we enjoy Betches content better. Shout out Betches.
I think Lad Bible, who owns Betches, also owns pubbity, and pubbity is like giving pub. It's the pubbity of it. I think.
Oh my God, like you think barstool, you think pub, you think bar, pub, pubbity.
That's what I'm thinking. But maybe we have an international audience that can help us. But my story's also from pubbity.
Yeah.
They're just really racking in the stories for us to speak.
Oh, wait, okay. That's fantastic.
You go first.
So this is coming from the Instagram post that said, Spy Kids has been selected for the Library of Congress National Film Registry.
What? And as it should.
As it should. And that's exactly what my reaction was. I was like, oh my God, of course it was. Like, why would it not? And then it begs the question in the back of my meager mind, which is what is the Library of Congress? Who is it? Why am I constantly talking about it, never knowing what it is?
FDR would know.
FDR would know. He would tell us on Call Him FDR. Okay, so here's a quick explanation that I found. And then I also have a secondary article that I will mention in a moment. So the National Film Registry is a prestigious list of films selected by the Library of Congress, copyright, for preservation due to their cultural, historical, or aesthetic significance to heritage of the United States. Established by the National Film Preservation Act in 1988, the registry is managed by the National Film Preservation Board, which works to ensure these films are preserved for future generations. So I believe that they literally have like copies of original celluloid film and they keep them in prime conditions. And why films are put on the list is because of cultural significance, which is films that have made a notable impact on American culture or represent a distinct culture or social movement. Also historical importance, which is works that provide insight into a specific period in history. They showcase pivotal events like Spy Kids. As well as the last thing to meet the criteria is aesthetic value. They're like, hey, if it looks pretty, just throw it on the list. Why not? Eligibility and process would be films must be at least 10 years old to be considered.
That makes sense.
The public can nominate films for inclusion, and the Board of Film Experts, Scholars, and Archivists review the nominations and then advises them to the Library of Congress, who has the final say. And it can be up to 25 films a year.
Oh, so it's very competitive.
It is very competitive, and it is open to the public for people to say.
Good to know. I will literally be on the website tonight.
Yeah, as you should. Many of the films are at risk for deteriorating due to their age or inadequate storage. So when they're in the library, they have physical copies of the celluloid to actually preserve them under the right, like optimal temperature conditions, which is fabulous.
Well, yeah, it's art. And I really think when you were going through that checklist of what a film needs to be like included, I think Spy Kids is culturally relevant. The aesthetic is of its own. I don't know. I support this movement.
And so does this article that is actually coming from the Congress of Library themselves. There was no author. So maybe the president wrote it. Who knows?
Maybe it was Dr. Biden.
It could have been. Who knows? So 25 films have been selected for the Library of Congress National Film Registry in 2024. That's so last year.
Did you see who else had any other notable mentions this year? Did you see?
Yes, I saw the full list. I didn't write them all down. So the public submitted the nominations for more than over 6,700 titles for consideration in the year 2024. And a quote,
wow.
I know, a quote from film historian and chair of the National Film Preservation Board, Jacqueline Stuart. She's a woman. She's not an actual chair. She said, quote, "The National Film Registry now includes 900 titles, y'all."
Honestly, can I say something?
Yeah.
This 25 a limit is ridiculous. up it because there's a lot of art out there because I just looked up a movie that's not in there and I'm a little disgusted.
Do you want to tell me what film that is?
School of Rock.
Oh.
Because if that's not preserved, because I already have my physical copies. I have 100 in the basement of the camp. Okay. Because you don't know who needs one. So if you ever need one, like come to me. I'll loan you one and you can watch it.
The copies are literally celluloid film. They do run 12 miles long and they are about 8 tons to pick up. So we do have every single copy is in celluloid, by the way.
Personally, I'm not going to rest until School of Rock is in the Library of Congress and when August Osage County is in the Library of Congress. I need those two to be in there and then I can sit and rest. But I will not actually sleep. I won't. I promise. I vow I am not going to rest this beautiful face on a pillow until my favorite movies are secure.
Is the Library of Congress listening? Because this man
They're
needs
not.
to sleep. And the list isn't going to come out to the end of 2025. So you have a question? Hands up.
Well, I just looked up. It was School of Rock in it, and it wasn't. But guess who was in it?
Who?
Schoolhouse Rock.
Please. Well, when it comes to Congress, I'm just a bear.
Yeah, they're pandering.
Yeah,
They were
definitely-
pandering to their audience. I'm sure the national treasure's in there too.
Babe, of course they are. You heard the criteria. It has to do with cultural significance.
I'm just a bill, and I'm sitting
Capitol
here on
Hill.
Capitol Hill, and it better be vetoed if we're talking about the TikTok ban. Okay?
Period.
Let's bring up that bill real quick. Let that be gone. Okay? I'm praying, fingers crossed, that we see a change in the Supreme Court's minds to at least hear the case. I know we're going to do opening statements, but as this episode's being recorded, I am a little anxious because TikTok is what brought me here.
Yeah.
What brought you here?
Probably a lot of the audience to us
Yeah,
as
and
individuals.
I understand national security issues with data, but let me just tell you that I got an email from Stripe Financial Institution, which holds all my banking information, that they had a massive data breach and that they were sorry. So why is Stripe allowed to have a data breach with my banking information, but we can have a hypothetical data breach with TikTok? Hypothetical, because there has never actually been a proven data breach, but yet the government's so quick to get away with that. Now, what is that, you guys? What is the government trying to censor? You know what they're not censoring? Spy Kids.
That's right, because Spy Kids is preserved in the Congress Library.
They're doing something right for once.
Yeah. Okay. So the wealth of American film history. Okay. Wait. I'm sorry. So that's another big thing. Is there's 900 in the bank now in the vaults in the Disney
And
vaults.
Spy Kids is one of them.
And Spy Kids is one of them, and I will get to that momentarily. But this didn't start till 1988.
Oh, it's
and
new.
every year they can take films since the beginning of time.
So
they can
Casablanca's there.
Casablanca is there.
Of course, and Gone with the Wind.
Oh, I don't know
I'm
about
sure
that one.
Metropolis.
Okay, so the question is, people often wonder, how do you recommend this film or that film? It's through a lot of research, conversations, and discussions. They're just having movie night. They're like, come on over, let's watch one of these. We got 6,000 to chuck through.
How do you get this job?
Honestly, great question. Well, first
Apply.
off, she's a talking chair. So we got to meet a wizard that'll turn you into a chair. Though its commitment to showing the true diversity of filmmaking, I'm thrilled that we recognize student films and independent films, animation, documentary, and experimental works, as well as feature-length narrative dramas, comedies, horror, and science fiction on the Registry in 2024. So like I said, Spy Kids is within the selected for 2024, and it includes prominent Hispanic artists and or themes.
Yeah, it is. They are. It's a Hispanic cast.
In Spy Kids, the first film in a highly successful media franchise, Robert Rodriguez weaves Hispanic culture in the film by incorporating cultural elements and values that make the characters feel both distinct and universally relatable. The emphasis on family as their top priority and driving motion through the films underscores the importance of familial bonds and cultural heritage, adding depth. Oh my God, am I okay? Adding depth and authenticity to the story. This delights Spy Kid fantasy films where children discover that their parents' day jobs are not as dull and boring as they think that they are. So they also go on to say that it's kind of a cross between The Incredibles and James Bond films and True Lies.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I remember watching them as a kid, and I haven't seen them in years, but just being like obsessed how inventive it all was. And friend of the pod, Megan Trainor's husband, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God. So Junie Cortez.
Junie. And you know what? You don't
Hello.
meet enough Junies. You met a Juno once, and she had a baby. But Junie has a baby too.
Oh my God. Junie does have a baby, I think too, right?
Listen, I'll let you make me Juno.
Oh. Okay, so I actually like read a Robert Rodriguez book in college, which is the man who directed this. And the book was called, oh my God, why didn't I write it down? Rebel Without a Crew.
It's
a play on like Rebel Without a Cause.
like a film book.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So it was actually what he did to get his first film, one of his first films done, which I believe was called Mariachi. And he basically did those things where they would be like, hey, we need people for this experiment, like on bodies to see how this works. Like instead of testing on animals, we're going to test on humans and you're going to tell us how it goes. He was like basically selling pieces of his body to make his first film.
Oh, to finance it.
To finance
I thought the film was about that.
Oh, no. He was writing in this book everything he was doing and everything he did to do. It was honestly really inspiring to be like, if you have a dream, well, maybe not sell your body parts for it or your body, but if that's your thing, go for it.
This is so important to talk about at the top of the year too, because this camp is a camp of dreamers.
It is.
And we have the most talented small business owners, creatives, and just incredible campers here. And I hope like stories like this implore you to like literally never give up. Maybe don't sell your body to science, but also like you have to make your dreams come true by any means necessary, because no one is ever handing out, I don't know, awards and money to finance your life.
Yeah.
You gotta hit the ground running. So I don't think that's the move, but I'm inspired that he was so willing to risk it all.
Yeah.
For art.
He was. Truly. And he still looks like really young. It's kind of crazy. But he also directed Sin City, Dust Till Dawn, Desperado, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Machete, and Disney Plus's Billie Eilish film Happier Than Ever.
I love when they do a pivot like that.
Yeah.
I've seen Machete. I think that's with what's his face? With a guy.
Danny
Trejo.
Yeah, he's in Machete Kills.
I saw Machete when it came out on AMC because I was working there.
Yeah.
So whatever that one was.
Yeah, I
And
think
it
that
was
was probably
spooky.
Machete Kills.
It was very bright.
where he was like
Spy
in a
Kids.
truck.
Our stories are so connected.
Oh my God, are they?
Yeah.
Come on, poobity or pubbity or puberty.
Was that the end of yours?
Yeah, that's the end of that. Mm-hmm.
So mine was also from Puppety.
Okay.
And it was a little Instagram meme, and then it caused me to look up this article, and this story actually broke, you guys. November 30th, 2014. It was a Vanity Fair article
so
by
like
Melissa Locker.
11 years.
Yes. And the title is, you may have heard this or you may have not, but it's a really interesting story. The title of the article from 2014, Vanity Fair, Melissa Locker, is Lost Painting Discovered by Art Historian While Watching Stuart Little.
My assumption is that it's in the movie and he wasn't watching Stuart Little while going through his archive.
I think your assumption is correct.
Okay.
But like Stuart Little and Spy Kids, like, I don't know.
They're of the same, I almost said gender. They're of the same genre and year.
Yeah, for sure. So this article starts, an art historian's work is never done. Gurgly.
That's not right.
No, and that can't.
Puberty and gurgly, we can't do.
Wait, I'm going to show you the name of this
like
man, please, because I'm not being crazy.
I'm going to be honest, that's looking gurgly to me.
His name is Gergely. Gergely.
Gurgely.
Oh, Gurgely. That's nicer than Gurgly. But who cares? And his last name is Barky. Gurgly Barky. That can't be fair.
That's not fair.
It's not. Hey, it's not me.
And I'm here laughing at his name.
Who
I'm
cares?
such a bully.
You're a bully. Gurgely Barky. Wow. Who works as a researcher at the Hungarian National Gallery in Budapest.
That's why. Great.
Was spending Christmas 2009 at his home on the couch with his young daughter. They were watching Stuart Little when he noticed something odd about the painting hanging over the fictional family's mantel. It bore a striking resemblance to a work by a Hungarian artist, Robert Branch, which had been last seen in public in 1928. Barkey recognized the painting Sleeping Lady with Black Vase from a black and white photograph taken of the work during its last exposition in 1928. Quote, it was not just on screen for 1 second, but in several scenes of the film, so I knew I wasn't dreaming. It was a very happy moment, said Barkey, who had no idea how it ended up as a set dressing in a 1999 children's movie. So Barkey, who at the time is writing a biography of Branch.
Oh, wow.
So he knew this guy. He's like, I'm writing a book about this guy. So when he saw that painting and he knew the lore of it, he was like, what? It's Christmas.
That's weird.
I know. It's like kind of perfect timing. he went into full detective mode. So he started to write emails to everyone involved in the film. And then he sent letters to the film creators at Sony Pictures and Columbia Pictures, finally receiving a reply from a film's former set designer 2 years later.
2 years later, Jesus.
Yeah, it took a long time to but he's writing a biography, so he's got time.
Did Gina Davis get back?
Gina Davis was not contacted. Either was Hugh Lowry.
Or Jonathan Lipnicki.
Yeah, but the mouse replied. Stuart.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, Stuart, because Stuart's always on the case until he met that girl.
Oh, little Phoebe?
What was her name? I literally have talked about her on the show before because she annoys me, but also she's such a baddie.
Yeah, what was her name? Penelope?
The way they animated her to be so feminine.
Yeah,
oh my God, we have to pause because I need to know this. Because I'll talk about her for a minute. This little chickadee was so femme, so gorge, and so spunky. Like the way that I wanted to be her. Rio who? It's all about this queen. Margot.
And guess who did her voice?
Who?
Melanie Griffith.
Of course she did.
Of course she did. She loves animals. Nobody talks about how Melanie Griffith literally grew up with a lion in her house.
She was rich.
Nobody talks about that. Why didn't they talk about that during Chimp Crazy? I think that's bizarre.
Well, now the cops are on their way.
Cops are on their way to Melanie Griffiths. She's in cabin 17.
Well, according to Barkey, the film assistant whose name has not been reported, had picked up the painting in Pasadena, California, at an antique shop for just about $500. Unaware of its origins or value, she used the work to decorate the apartment of the family, played by the disembodied voice of Michael J. Fox as Stuart Little, Jonathan Lipnicki, Gina Davis, and Hugh Lowry. We just mentioned all those people. In the film based on E.B. White's beloved book, when production wrapped, the assistant bought the painting from the studio and hung it in her apartment. This Barkey guy, he said, I had a chance to visit her and see the painting and tell everything about the painter to the assistant. She was very surprised. So
I have goosebumps right now. That is so cool.
But like not like being like a stolen piece of artwork. And since she's like the owner, she's like, no, I'm keeping it.
Well,
I would have given it.
Was that the end of it?
I will keep. There's more to the story, but like that, I'll tell you that part. Like it was.
She didn't give it back.
No, she's like, oh no, baby, that's mine.
So
that's crazy.
Was it stolen or was it just kind of sold off? Because my thought process is whoever owned it probably died. It was sold in an estate sale because nobody was there to pick it up in the family lineage. So technically, it is hers. Like if it wasn't reported stolen.
Well, I guess it was, but people didn't know where it was. So maybe there was no paper trail of who sold it.
Yeah, but if I was her, not saying that I'm a better person than her, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because I would give it up. I would give it to the library. Yeah,
to the Hungarian Library of Congress.
Yeah,
because they got one.
I'm sure they do, and that's where this would go.
Well, I kind of think the lore of this painter is really interesting, and I kind of want to talk about it.
Oh, the painter himself.
Yes.
Oh, as if the interesting part. His life. If you're saying it was so interesting, the fact that it was even more interesting after he died is crazy.
No, I think I also think that this story alone could just be done and we'd be happy with it for the camp. But like, I need to tell you about this painter.
Oh my God, he was in Stuart Little. This is crazy. Okay.
So yeah, the painter's in Stuart Little. So Vanity was a member of a Hungarian avant-garde collective known as the Eight.
Oh my God, they were all naked and they danced around a candle when they painted.
They helped introduce Cubism and Expressionism to Hungary.
I'm always hungry for Cubism.
While his work is highly regarded, Bereni is perhaps better known for his love affairs.
Shut up.
I know, I'm gagged. So he was rumored to have dallied. What does that mean?
Ooh, diddled?
Dallied with actress Marlene Dietrich in Berlin in 1920. Are we familiar as a camp of who Marlene Dietrich is?
She almost did the voice of Margot.
That's a lie. Marlene Dietrich was this very oh my God, gorgeous, captivating woman who was a known bisexual. And she kind of dabbled in very campy outfits. Like she would show up very feminine sometimes presenting. And then other times she would show up to parties in these famous women's tuxedos with top hats. Like she was hunty baby.
Oh, wow.
She
bisexual at all. Love that.
I learned who she was because Sasha Velour played Marlene Dietrich on Snatch Game in season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Right.
And that's how she entered but she's a very historically queer person. And in a time in Hungary in 1920 when it wasn't okay to be queer. So imagine one of the most famous European actresses in the 20s being an out bisexual woman, not giving a fuck.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So in Berlin, having an affair with Marlene Dietrich, or dallied with her.
She was dilly-dallying.
Also, according to Barkey, he may have had a fling, Bereni may have had a fling with Anastasia, the mysterious daughter of Russia's last Tsar, Nicholas II.
Is that what that Disney movie's about?
No connection. I looked that up. So back to Marlena, just so we know, Marlena, I'm sorry. She was a German-born actress, but she was an American actress. So her career spanned 7 decades. So like she's very famous in America. Look her up. We'll put her in the picture or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, wait, I want to know more about Anastasia because I feel like I've heard of her. No correlation to the Russian Anastasia like Disney movie, which I've
no, it's not Disney. It's like
not.
Yeah, that's the whole discussion.
Disney.
No, it looks very Disney.
Oh, I think it's beautiful. I've never seen it.
I'll look that up too. You guys, this is just, can you handle the amount of education we're slinging at you right at the start of 2025? I can't believe it.
I think we need to talk about the Russian Tsar real quick.
I was hoping you would bring this up all day. That's what I've been waiting for. It is not a Disney movie.
Okay, confirmed Anastasia's not. But let's talk about Anastasia, the last princess of Russia. So Anastasia was the youngest daughter of the Tsar Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia, and Tsarina Alexandra Fyodorovna. I like the name Tsarina. I think that's who I am. I'm so Tsarina.
That's something you would say. You
I'm
just
so
like
Tsarina. I'm so Julia. No, like you could be a czar, or campers, you can step outside today and be I'm Tsarina.
Yeah, you add Ina at the end of anything that's just like
can we just
femme fatale.
Adding that to like camp vocabulary?
You know who's the biggest Tsarina we've ever seen?
Who?
Princess Girl.
Princess
She was
Girl.
literally Tsarina.
Oh my god!
Girl.
So she's actually been upgraded to Tsarina of the camp. Show her on the camera.
I don't know if we've ever showed her before. Someone gave this to us on tour. This is Tsarina Princess Girl.
Tsarina Princess
Oh
Girl.
my god, she's wearing a pearl.
I know, that was like handmade.
This is so gorgeous, stunning, beautiful, and talented.
Well, Tsarina, or no, I'm sorry, back to Anastasia, Princess Anastasia. She was known for being a gifted comedian who could make people laugh while appearing serious.
They're just describing sarcasm and a dry sense of humor.
After the Russian Revolution, Anastasia and her family were imprisoned in Urals. You know what those are? Urals?
Urals?
Urals. It's like some sort of ancient prison.
No.
Well, they were imprisoned in the Urals and executed in a cellar by the Bolsheviks.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Their bodies were thrown into mine shafts and later buried. For decades after her death, rumors circulated that Anastasia had escaped. The most famous woman to claim to be Anastasia was Anne Anderson, who lived in the United States and Germany from 1920 to 1968. However, DNA testing on Anderson's remains confirmed that she was not Anastasia. She's a liar. She's like, I'm thinking the plot. That's so Tsarina.
She was a Tsarina in my eyes.
Yeah. So in 1991, the remains of the Tsar and Tsarina and the three bodies of their daughters were discovered in an abandoned mine. And in 2007, the bodies of Alexei and either Anastasia or her sister Maria were found.
Oh my god. So Anastasia Beverly Hills could be out there somewhere.
Yeah. So thanks to Barkey's good work and Eagle Eye, the painting has since been
Oh, you just made us shit on that girl for so long.
Oh my god, I didn't even see this part of the article. I just copy and pasted it. I skipped this part. Okay, so it's got a good ending. So thanks to Barkey's good work in Eagle Eye, the painting has since been repatriated.
Oh, I think that's the thing. I've seen videos of people doing that. I think they just kind of like put like a conditioner on it, like oil.
So the anonymous film assistant sold the painting to an art collector who returned the painting to Hungary. It will be auctioned off by Budapest Verag Judit Auction House on December 13th with a starting price of $110,000. Well, that girl's an idiot.
No, we were just saying that's what we would do because he was an art collector where it was preserved.
Yeah, but now it's going up for auction.
Yeah, that's
so
my thing. Okay,
what's
what's going on? Like, what's her name's Ruby slippers are being auctioned off. I'm like, where?
There were 6. There were 6. There were 6 slippers on set. One of them is in the Smithsonian, and I have seen it with my own eyes.
Oh my god!
But I think I would have kept it if I got the promise that it was going into a museum. Give it back. But why would she maybe she made a pretty penny from the art collector.
Probably.
Okay, well,
I would sign some prenups though.
This has been long, and this has been very whimsical for both stories.
Yeah, this has been wow. We're just like archiving. We're mining. We're not minding our business.
No, because Tsarinas don't mind their business.
Never
They
do.
stand on business.
This episode of Camp Counselors is sponsored by Apostrophe. Feeling confident in your skin starts with getting expert care. And that's why we're excited to partner with Apostrophe. Whether you're dealing with acne, signs of aging, or dark spots, Apostrophe helps you get access to the right treatment for your skin. Apostrophe is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatologist team to get customized acne and dermatology treatment for your unique skin. Through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. Simply fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and medical history, then snap a few selfies, and a dermatology provider will create a customized treatment plan just for you. Apostrophe offers access to prescription treatments for all types of acne, from hormonal acne, facial acne, even back, chest, and butt acne. Treat breakouts from head to toe. When I first started using Apostrophe, it really was such a simple process, and every question that I had was answered. I felt so well taken care of. I had access to an expert derm team tailored with a treatment plan just for me, and as much as I'm always on the go, there is no in-person appointment or trip to the pharmacy needed, which I am so grateful for. So, we have a special deal just for our campers. Get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/counselors when you use code counselors. That's COUNSELORS. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/counselors and click Get Started, then use our code counselors at sign up, and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you, Apostrophe, for sponsoring this episode. This episode of Camp Counselors is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are a few of the things that people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations. See site for details.
Grab your bug juice and bear spray, campers. It's time to pack it up and take a hike.
Welcome back to Take a Hike. This is the part of the show where we bitch a little. We tell something to take a hike. I'm really thrilled and excited to bitch with you for the first time in 2025 on a mic. Not the first time, period.
Yeah, we're always bitching, but it's nice to get it out publicly.
Okay, so
Public bitch fest.
what am I bitching about today? What am I telling to take a hike is going to have to be edamame. Well, first off, we can start with the spelling of it. That's annoying. Second off, campers, if you're not familiar with edamame, I would explain it almost like snow peas or peas with like a fuzzy jacket on. When they say we're two peas in a pod, I'm thinking edamame, like a classic green bean that you can't eat the exterior skeletal of. They're a nice little treat. They're a nice little snack, usually covered in some sort of salt, Himalayan pink salt, which is apparently bad for you. My take a hike goes to them because I have had poor experiences. And I'm going to be honest, as I'm saying this, I'm realizing maybe it isn't so much the edamame of it all, but maybe it's the edamame. Maybe it's me.
What is your qualm with them? I love edamame.
When they bring it to your table, if you're getting it at a restaurant, it's like a game of cards. There's a draw pile and there's a discard pile.
It's very true.
And it's usually communal. I usually keep it to myself. So the eating process, campers, you pick one up with a chopstick or your finger, you pop it in your mouth, and then you just throw the other part that's been in your mouth.
The carcass,
you throw it in the discard pile. Well, I was out to dinner with Zachariah and our friend Josh, and I had to go upload something and the service was terrible. So I ran outside, and when it came back, there was edamame on the table. Oh, goody. What a surprise. So thrilled. So we're all chatting, we're talking, I'm not paying attention. And I'm like, oh my God, the past like 4 edamames I've tried
are beanless.
There's no bean to be seen. And that's because I was pulling from the discard pile, which means it was coming from Zach's mouth and Josh's mouth. And Josh was feeling a little under the weather. And I cannot be mad at him. I cannot, because this is no one's fault but my own. And you would think that this was the first time this situation occurred to me. it wasn't.
I think your qualm is with yourself. I don't think this is anyone's fault.
No, I know. And I think I established that. Let me be crystal clear on that. It's not edamame, it's edamame. That's why I said it. That's my issue that I'm having. But
that was funny. It's an edamame issue, not an edamame issue. Edamame!
Edamame and daddy.
Edamame, uppy.
Enema?
Oh, edamame.
Edamame.
That's what mommy is, enema.
Okay,
Enough.
Okay, so I also did that when I was living with my friend Sarah. We were sitting there. We were high as a kite. We were watching a movie, and I realized that I was picking up her exoskeletals and sticking them in my mouth, and it is so disgusting. I just need to be more aware. But I'm just like, I'm working on it, and I don't know if I feel like doing that this year. So until said time comes for myself, I'm shifting the blame onto edamame, and that's that on that. Thank you.
No, thank you, Jonathan, for sharing your edamame.
You're so welcome for that. Okay, so what are you bitching about?
I am bitching about cardboard today. And you may think, who gives a fuck about cardboard? Well, apparently the city does, because they have a lot of opinions about how you're supposed to dispose of said cardboard. I am over it. Let's just start off with the nitty gritty. Everything's coming in a box, and I want to recycle. I do. So I do recycle. First of all, cutting cardboard is very dangerous. Have you ever had a cardboard cut?
Yes.
Deep to the bone. Nerve damage.
I had a cardboard cut not that long ago. It wasn't from the knife. It was from the cardboard, and it took a chunk out of my finger. It was right around Thanksgiving when we were on Friendsgiving.
And then you also have the issue of the razor blade. Of the razor blades.
Rise up lights.
Exactly. It's a really tedious process, and I'm trying to do my greater good by recycling it. But then why can't, as a society, as a world, as a country, at least decide on how we're going to recycle? Because recycling is just, it's all over the board.
All over the cardboard.
Am I putting it in a bag? Am I putting it in the box itself? Am I bundling it together? Where do the cans go? Everywhere you go, it's something different. And I'm just so sick of cardboard. I cut up so much cardboard in the month of December, trying to do my part. And it takes hours and weeks and years. And I don't have a lot to say about it, other than the fact that I want an easier way to dispose of cardboard. And what are we doing with styrofoam? Why are we still giving out styrofoam?
I've wondered that since I was born.
I like when they come in the egg carton cardboard, because at least that feels more biodegradable. But a lot of things are still coming in styrofoam, and that's not okay.
No, that's really not okay, especially because both Zach and I get a lot of PR sent to us that we didn't ask for, and a lot of the times, most of the times I'll say, it's things that like we don't want, that we're not going to promote. And I'm like, why is there so much packaging coming in?
Yeah,
you know?
It's crazy.
And we don't need like the random crap coming around. It's a lot to break down. And then it's like, it's not my fault. I didn't order it. I didn't want it. I'm not talking about it.
So this year I'm making a promise to the world that I'm going to be more environmentally conscious.
Wow, I thought you were going to say we're going to fill those landfills as fast as we can. Come on, it's a race. Well, we're on our way. I will say, I agree with you. I hear you. I see you. I find cutting up cardboard semi-therapeutic.
Until you cut yourself.
Yes, of course. That's like, that can go without saying, I should say. But I don't know. I like kind of like sliding it, cutting it into the pieces, like finding which little ridge I'm going to go through and being like, okay, these are the good size. I organize them and then I put them in a bag. But I will say we have a shared trash can. And I don't know who it is. I'm not going to blame everybody in this building. Could be the passerby, but it seems to be happening frequently.
They don't break it down upstairs.
Oh my God. If you have a box that's even a cereal box, are we not flattening it? Not some people who are sharing the trash can with us.
Oh my God, they're not. And I'll never say anything, because one comment like that can ruin a relationship. I'm not joking. Because if someone
being public.
I'm sorry, but if someone were to come up to me and say that, I would never speak to them again.
Yeah, but
I'm
also
a vindictive motherfucker.
The name of the package is still on the box, so it's very clear who it is. I am always breaking
I know
down.
who it is.
Say it. Make it public.
Pepperdine University.
Don't do this to Zoe 101. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Do you think the new counselor likes the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Over.
Either way, I'm giving them my boondoggle keychain. Over.
Welcome back to the first camp crush of the week of 2/25.
I'm soaked.
Anyways,
Anyway.
We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna love on somebody. We're gonna love on something, and I want us to enter this year with some positivity. Okay.
Put your hearts up, Gomi Bears.
Oh my God, she got her gummy bear attached
Who?
to Benny Blanco.
Oh, I don't know if we ever talked about that on the podcast, but Zach and I were in the car and I was just so bored and we were on a road trip. We were going, I think, to Massachusetts. So we were sitting there for hours and a Selena Gomez song came on. And I didn't know how to say Selenators. The fandom of Selena Gomez. So I said, why don't they call themselves the Gomi Bears? Like Gomez.
Well, I'm not a gummy bear.
Put your hearts up, Gomi Bears.
You know who is a gummy bear? Taco Bell. I saw that wedding announcement.
Oh,
Was it sponsored?
probably.
Anyways, she's not my gummy bear of the week and she's not my crush of the week.
Oh God, not the Gomi Bears coming at us.
Oh
full
my
throttle.
God. I'm sorry, rare beauty community. The blush is great. You got me there. The rest of it, I can give or take. Well,
Okay, so we're talking about what we're crushing on. I'm grabbing the steering wheel, the stern. What is it called on a ship? Anyway, what am I crushing
helm.
on? The helm. Thank
I'm
you.
at the helm.
Okay, so for mine, we are back at a restaurant.
Yummy.
Can you believe it? This occurred a couple of weeks ago and I had it written down, and every week something else just kept popping up. So I am actually thrilled to start talking about this because what happened when that waiter brought over my food was shocking. And I'm not talking about the food, you guys. This is innovative technology. So we were at the Wilson, which is a restaurant in Manhattan in New York City that is Wilson themed. Rita Wilson. There's a poster. Oh, I was thinking of Melanie Griffith, Now and Then, Rosie O'Donnell. It's all tying together in my fucked up little head. But everything's Wilson themed. So it's like the Wilson ball from, what is that? Castaway. All decorated everywhere. That's besides the point. So I ordered fish and chips. And it came with a
There was no need to do that one Australian.
fish. Well, they have fish.
I think it would have been more normal to do that like in a British accent.
Oh, yeah. I think that was
Chips. More and then
fish and chips.
E.
Fish and chips. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, see, it's a little more higher in the register.
Yeah. Fish and chips.
Oh my
No.
God, I loved that TikTok group of people that were from the UK running around New York City at Christmas. Did you
didn't
guys see
see
that
it.
on your For You pages?
Can you still see it? Is it still out there?
They were hysterical and they were eating Raisin Canes. I was like crying. It was so funny. I was really happy with
I
that.
didn't see that. Okay, so back to my thing. Fish and chips that came with malt vinegar on the side. But what did that come in? You know, usually it's in like a little bottle that you dash on.
The Heinz bottle.
And I
typically.
don't love that. And I don't want to dip it because it's so liquidy. So this restaurant brought it over in a small spray bottle. A spray bottle, like the finger pumps, as if you're doing like a face mister, not like a Windex.
Yes, like a face mister, but of malt vinegar.
And I was able to mist my food. I couldn't believe it.
He was smiling the entire meal.
And I didn't even need that much. I was adding way too much because it was just such a joyous occasion. And then it brought me back to like,
Such a joyous occasion that Mr. brought to you.
It really was, that Mr. and Mrs. And it just brought me back to that time. Do you remember the Wishbone salad dressing, salad spritzers?
How could I forget?
I mean, they're like a half a calorie a pump.
The raspberry vinaigrette was delicious.
Yeah, I was like, bitch, I'm spraying everything with that.
Wishbone zesty Italian dressing is the superior Italian dressing, side note, for making a pasta salad.
That's the one that's our go-to every time for pasta salad is the Wishbone.
Because Wishbone, they're not my favorite category of dressing, but when it comes to pasta salad, you get 2 bottles. You get one when you're mixing and then one right before you serve. Because pasta salad, if you make it the day before, will absorb the dressing. This isn't about that right now, just a side note.
Wishbone is also great for dogs that are time traveling to go back as iconic figures.
Oh my God, put him in the National Film Registry.
Also, I can't believe it's not butter. Do you remember when they did a spray?
Yeah, but never a fan of margarine. I'm not a margarine boy. I hated when I used to go to my friend Dylan's house because they used to eat country crock.
Oh, and that came in that weird gray tub. Why was it always a weird gray color?
It was honestly, it might have been the Pantone color of the year. That mocha brown.
Country crock.
That mocha mousse, that was the Pantone color of last year. And that's kind of, yeah, it was a little adjacent, like a muddier country crock.
Yeah, something like that. It always just looked a little dirty and old.
But then it was,
how long has this been here?
That was a great container to reuse.
Oh, 100%. You have leftovers, throw it in the country crock.
Yeah, a little bit of butter on the side. Who cares? Melt it away in the microwave.
Oh, okay. So that's my camper crush, is just that little spritzer. And then I was trying to think. I was like, okay, for this segment, this is my crush. And I'm going to come up with some ingenious ideas. And I couldn't do it.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's good just to appreciate it for what it was. And maybe one day we'll have a fish fry here at camp. And then the campers will be so surprised when they get to their tables. And next to their paper plates and plastic cutlery is, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be more eco-friendly this year. Next to their ceramic plates and metal cutlery There'll be little plastic spritz bottles.
What a dream. Or it could be bamboo. I hate when they give you the bamboo fork and knife.
I really love malt vinegar, and I think it's kind of shameful to admit it. People don't like to say publicly that they like malt vinegar, and it's kind of something that you kind of have to keep private. So I'm proud of you for being so public with that.
Thank you so much. What else do you put it on besides fish and chips?
You
I don't
just
know
put
what
it on
else.
fries.
Yeah, I think it's really just what else?
The package will tell you it's for everything.
Oh, this isn't Frank's Red Hot Sauce, please. I don't put that shit on everything. Yeah, no, it's just going on fries. Thank you so much. But that's my camp crush. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to pass it on over to you.
My crush of the week is when your body actually listens to you. Isn't that really nice? And this is going out to the campers who suffer from IBS. Our IBS survivor crew. You guys know that it's tough out there on those streets. And when the time comes and it hits, you have sheer moments sometimes to find a bathroom. And sometimes that situation can happen in the most untimely, I guess, of places.
Bad situation.
A bad situation. And I was in one of those today, and I'll tell you about it. I'm in the middle of a haircut. My barber is telling me that he is moments away from breaking up with his girlfriend.
Oh.
Hopefully that's been resolved. I'll let you know in 2 weeks at the update. And I'm trying to listen and be empathetic. And all I can think about is, oh my God, I'm going to shit myself. He is mid-haircut. I have a cape on and paper around my neck, and the bathroom is 10 feet behind me. How do I tell him to stop with my haircut
Oh God.
to go shit? So I'm telling my body, first of all, thank you for waking up this morning. Second of all, where the fuck do you get off? How dare you do this to me in this moment when this man's in need and I'm here?
From clipping to crapping.
Literally. And all of a sudden, she said, you know what? I think you're right. I think I need to check myself, check my privilege, and say, this could happen at any other point. So she stopped. And by the time the haircut was over, it was resolved. I was okay and I made it through. And so many times as an IBS survivor, that isn't the case. So when my body does actually cooperate and say, I'll hold off, I just want to celebrate her.
Wow, you really did. You manifested that. That's The Secret. You ever read the book The Secret?
Yeah.
You just did that.
Well, my body keeps the score.
Yeah,
and you
that's
know
another
what?
great book.
I'm +1 today.
Wow.
I'm love serving love.
Oh
Or
my
love
God.
serving one. Or one serving love. I don't play tennis.
Love is zero.
I don't play games. I'm a straight shooter.
Oh, irresistible bowel syndrome. I love it. I'm glad that you were able to do that with your body. That was weird. Let's just go to the next segment.
What song's been stuck in your head all week? Welcome to Camp Songs.
Welcome back to Camp Songs. First of all, I'm going to enter a song into the Library of Congress here at camp. And your body, and your body, and your body. Jonathan's writing that as we speak.
I don't know why I said it like that. I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. It's your body.
That's my buddy.
Okay, this is the first song entered into our Library of Congress here at camp.
For 2025.
Welcome to Camp Songs. These are the songs that have been stuck in our head all week. In my body. Jonathan, what is the song that's been stuck in your head all week?
First off, not to bring it back to Thanksgiving, but I have a bone to fucking pick with Spotify. I'm sorry, but like some of the songs are disappearing from the playlist and I just have a question mark.
Yeah,
I'll just
we've
say that.
put songs that we know are on the playlist that are disappearing.
And it's happening on my personal. We're not going to get back into it. We would love to be in your good graces, Spotify. Thank you so much. Okay, so my camp song, Up by Shania Twain.
I think I say Up by Cardi B.
No, Up, the soundtrack from the Pixar hit movie Up. No, Up by Shania Twain. The whole album itself is fabulous, but the song Up, I love it. It's a great way to start off the year. Do you know that one? Up, 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 can only go up from here. Up, where the clouds don't appear. What a great way to shift the mindset because we are in the winter of our lives. You have a question?
How does the next part go when the verse starts?
Even something as simple as forgetting to fill up on gas. There ain't no explanation why things like that can make you cry. Just gotta learn to have a laugh. Oh. Yeah, so that was great.
I did not grow up in a Shania Twain household, and you did. And I've become a fan of her later in life. And that one is a really good one.
Yes. And my mother was heavy in the Up era because the CD came with a green one and a red one. There was a pop version and a country version. And I've made Zach listen to the entire album twice.
I like both versions. I don't
Me
have a
too.
favorite. I think because I don't think the country's too country, and I don't think the pop's too pop. I kind of think they're pretty similar. A little bit more banjo and the and I honestly I like her little country.
Yeah, me too.
I like both though. I'm simply okay with both. We actually listened to her last Christmas.
I gave you Shania.
I remember listening to her a lot last Christmas. Not the one that
Because we were driving to your parents' house.
Maybe we'll do that again on our next long drive.
Yeah, I would love that.
Good
But would you be shocked if I told you there was a third CD?
What version was that? Pop punk?
Indian. She literally, there was a blue version. Let me get this right because I don't want to.
In India?
So, yeah. So there were 3 versions of the album. It was released November 19th, 2002 by Mercury Nashville. There was a pop version, the red disc, a country version, the green disc, and a version in the style of Indian film music, the blue disc.
Bollywood?
Yeah.
Oh,
essentially.
we have some work to do after the show. I gotta listen to this.
The reason why it wasn't like we wouldn't know about it, I don't think that full version was sold in the US.
So Shania goes to Mumbai.
Actually, that is so crazy you say that because she recorded, I wrote this down, she recorded this entire album across the world. So she recorded this and wrote this: Berlin, Rome, Vienna, Paris, Avignon Province, Milan, Dublin, Bahamas, the Grenadine Islands, and Mumbai.
So she was everywhere. She's so Julia.
Isn't that so crazy?
I'm glad she fixed the wigs on her tour. When she came back initially, she was spooking me, but now she's back.
Yeah.
She looked great and sounded amazing on the Sabrina Carpenter Christmas special.
She really did.
I like her.
I like her too.
She doesn't give me bad energy.
For a minute, I wasn't sure if I liked her because I couldn't tell if there was any like weirdness towards when she was on Drag Race. I couldn't tell, but I just didn't. I don't know.
She wasn't great on Drag Race. I don't think she was fully prepped to do it.
Right.
So I don't want to blame her, but I wasn't a fan of her on Drag Race. I kind of thought she was like, everyone was so excited she was there and she seemed confused about the format. And I'm like, girl, watch an episode.
Right. Aim 100%. And maybe we don't know what kind of day she had. So I'm just, this
Totally,
is the year
but
of giving grace.
It was posted online. So it's like, maybe show up. Correct.
I guess that is true. But
I'll forgive her.
I do want to say that this album that came out in 2002, by the time 2003 rolled around, it was the best-selling country album of the year and the 3rd best-selling album overall, every single genre. And within 12 months, it became certified 11 times platinum.
Yeah, that's the New Delhi effect.
11 times, and that was before streaming services, babe.
Well,
think about that.
It had a real commercial success.
And I think that's what it was too. That's why she was like, okay, Indian film music. I'm sure that they used it in films there was a reason for the season. And I'm not sure what that reason was. I could look it up, but I didn't.
It's just, it's a pivot, but you know what I mean? Like we have a lot of like mainstream artists right now doing a lot of like K-pop versions. So whatever is in need globally, we'll provide.
I love that. I'm on the hunt for the original blue CD version. I just want to hear it.
Oh my God.
I wonder if it's on Spotify.
Put it in the Camp Blossom found if you find it.
Oh my God. I absolutely will. Okay. So that's my camp song. I'm shocked that I never did. Even the B-sides on that album.
It's great. It is great.
So good. Ka-ching, please. What song are you adding to the Congress Library of Camp Shady Brook?
We're starting off the year in country and folk.
Oh my God. It's a... Can I say that?
Well, no, you can't. Not on podcast.
Okay.
Mine is Charleston Girl by Tyler Childers, the 3rd entry on this list of music. And it's the live version.
Okay.
Got to be the live version. I think some artists can have a live version. And if your favorite artist doesn't have a live version, there's a reason for that. Whoa, walk away.
And that's his live version.
My body. This song came out in 2016, and the reason why I'm starting the year off with it is because every time this song comes on my playlist, it makes me so excited. The banjo intro and the story behind it, it's such a story that like weaves a movie in my mind, and I love to sing it. I love to sing over his voice because I have a similar register in a sense where I think I sound really good singing it.
Yeah.
Like when you find an artist that you can sing along with that like it sounds good.
It's not exactly the same register. It's a similar cash wrap.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm in a different octave, but I like my octave the way it is. I like my octave. So overall, the song Charleston Girl encapsulates the difficulties of leaving home and navigating complicated relationships, as well as grappling with the pull between familiarity and the desire for new experiences. Is there not a better time than the beginning of the year to kind of to kind of tackle all of these issues in a real country, banjo, folky hoedown.
Wow.
I love, should I sing a little bit of it?
Please.
Charleston girl in a darkened room, and you don't know her like I do. We took the fire escape to a room and got stone raging blind. There's a part in this song where she says, it's like my favorite lyric ever written.
If I say the first word, you're going to know it.
No, I got it right here. I don't know if it's the wine or the coke that makes her sound like her jaw is broke. She's working hard to make some sense, but she ain't got a dime. Okay. This song is all about leaving West Virginia with a complicated girl. I like the imagery. That is a girl we all know. Like, that's a person I've met.
That's a girl you play sometimes on
Like,
stage.
I don't know if it's the wine or the coke that makes her sound like her jaw is broke. Like, when people write something that like clicks for me, I'm like, shut up. That is such smart writing. It is like, it gets me inspired as a creative person. So this song feels like a character. It feels like a real story when you listen to it. And I just love it. And I love him so much. I want to see him live so bad. He's going to actually be at Red Rocks in, I think, August.
I've never been to Red Rock
I know.
City.
I thought to myself, I was like, I want to purchase the tickets and go, but I was like, I just can't plan for August. I feel like life switches so much.
Yeah, who knows where we'll be. Come on, Acrylic Nails. That is a great song. Thank you for bringing that to the table.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think this is a great episode. I think it's going to be a great year for camp.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So thank you so much for coming back. We missed you. We hope you missed us as well. If you could smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you're watching it on YouTube, and give us a 5-star across the board wherever you can. Thank you so much. It really helps us out a lot. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we love you so much. We're excited for another year. And with that being said,
Lights out, campers.